Welcome back to Sir Boat's Yacht, the channel where we dive into the world of vessels that make waves, from sleek modern yachts to timeless classics that tell stories of the sea.
I'm your host, Sir Boat, and today, we're stepping back in time to explore a true maritime legend, the classic junk boat.
This iconic Chinese sailing vessel has been navigating rivers and oceans for centuries, blending ancient craftsmanship with a design that's still turning heads today. Whether you're a sailing enthusiast, a history buff, or just curious about unique boats, this video is for you. We're going to break down the key features, design, interior, performance, and those one-of-a-kind selling points that make the junk boat a standout. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfy, and let's set sail into the world of the classic junk boat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a voyage with Sir Boat's Yacht. Let's start with the key features of the classic junk boat, because this vessel is packed with characteristics that make it as practical as it is picturesque.
At its core, the junk boat is a Chinese sailing ship defined by its fully battened sails, central rudder, and flat-bottomed hull. These boats come in various sizes, from small river vessels to large ocean-going traders, but they all share a design rooted in functionality and adaptability.
The most striking feature is the junk rig, a sail plan with rigid battens that span the full width of the sail, extending forward of the mast.
These battens, typically made of bamboo or lightweight wood, give the sail structure and make it incredibly easy to handle. Unlike modern rigs that require constant tweaking, the junk rig is forgiving, allowing sailors to adjust the sail with minimal effort. This makes it ideal for solo sailors or small crews, which is a huge plus for anyone looking to cruise without a full deck of hands. Another key feature is the hull design. Classic junk boats often have a flat bottom with no keel, relying instead on a large rudder or sometimes a daggerboard or leeboard to prevent sideways drift. This flat bottom design allows junks to navigate shallow waters, like rivers and coastal areas, with ease. It's a game changer for sailors who want to explore places where deeper keeled boats can't go. The hull is typically built using softwoods, though teak became common in some regions after the 17th century, and it's reinforced with watertight bulkheads. These internal compartments not only provide storage but also make the boat more resilient. If one section takes on water, the others stay dry, keeping the vessel afloat. It's like having built-in life preservers for the boat itself.
The junk boat's versatility is another standout feature. Historically, these vessels were used for everything from fishing and cargo transport to military campaigns and long-distance trade. They could carry heavy loads, house families, or even serve as floating homes. Today, modern recreations of junk boats are popular among cruisers who value their simplicity and low maintenance.
The unstayed masts, meaning no complex rigging wires, reduce stress on the boat and make setup a breeze. Plus, the junk rig's ability to reef, or reduce sail area, quickly by dropping battens means you can adapt to changing weather in seconds, no wrestling with sails required. These features combine to make the junk boat a practical, user-friendly vessel that's as relevant today as it was centuries ago.
Now, let's talk about the design of the classic junk boat, because this is where history and art collide on the water. The junk boat's silhouette is unmistakable. Think high, curved stern, often with a poop deck, and those iconic battened sails that look like a fan unfolding against the sky.
The design evolved over centuries, with roots tracing back to ancient China, possibly as early as the Han Dynasty around 200 BCE. By the Song Dynasty, from 960 to 1279, junks had adopted advanced technologies like the central rudder and fully battened sails, making them some of the most sophisticated ships of their time. The hull's flat bottom and horseshoe-shaped stern aren't just aesthetic choices, they're engineered for stability and maneuverability. The flat bottom reduces drag in shallow waters, while the high stern provides protection from waves and a vantage point for navigation. The sail design is the heart of the junk boat's aesthetic and function. Unlike the triangular Bermuda rig common in modern sailboats, the junk rig uses a rectangular or trapezoidal sail reinforced with horizontal battens.
These battens create a series of panels that can be individually adjusted, giving the sail a unique, segmented look.
The sail is often attached to an unstayed mast, which means no shrouds or stays to clutter the deck. This not only simplifies the rigging but also gives the boat a clean, open appearance. The sails themselves were historically made from materials like woven reeds or cotton, though modern versions use durable fabrics like Dacron. The battens allow the sail to maintain its shape in various wind conditions, reducing flapping and wear. It's a design that's both elegant and efficient, marrying form and function in a way that's hard to beat.
The junk boat's exterior design also reflects its cultural heritage. Many traditional junks were adorned with colorful paint, intricate carvings, or symbolic decorations, like eyes painted on the bow to ward off evil spirits. These artistic touches make each junk boat feel like a floating piece of history.
Modern replicas often keep these traditional elements while incorporating contemporary materials, like fiberglass hulls or corrosion-resistant fittings, to blend old-world charm with new-world durability. The result is a vessel that looks like it sailed out of a historical painting but can handle the demands of modern cruising. Whether you're gliding through a quiet river or cutting across open seas, the junk boat's design makes it a head-turner that sparks conversations wherever it docks.
Moving on to the interior features, the classic junk boat offers a surprisingly versatile and cozy setup, despite its compact footprint compared to modern yachts. The interior is all about maximizing space and functionality, a necessity for boats that often served as homes, cargo carriers, or even mobile marketplaces.
The watertight bulkheads we mentioned earlier divide the hull into multiple compartments, creating natural sections for sleeping, storage, and living areas. On smaller junks, the interior might be Spartan, with simple wooden benches, a small galley for cooking, and compact sleeping quarters. Larger ocean-going junks, however, could have more elaborate setups, including private cabins, dining areas, and even spaces for entertaining.
The materials used in a classic junk boat's interior are typically natural and durable.
Teak, oak, or other hardwoods are common for paneling and joinery, giving the interior a warm, timeless feel.
The wood is often left in its natural finish or lightly varnished, highlighting the grain and adding to the boat's rustic charm.
In traditional junks, you'd find minimalistic furnishings, think low tables, woven mats, or simple cushions, designed to save space and withstand the humid, salty environment. Modern recreations might add creature comforts like cushioned seating or built-in storage, but they often retain that minimalist aesthetic to preserve the boat's heritage. Natural light is another key feature, with small portholes or hatches letting in just enough sunlight to keep the interior bright without compromising the hull's strength. One of the coolest aspects of a junk boat's interior is its adaptability.
Because of the bulkhead design, you can customize compartments for different purposes. One section might house a sleeping area with bunks or hammocks, another could be a galley with a small stove, and a third could store supplies or fishing gear.
On larger junks, you might even find a small shrine or decorative elements reflecting the boat's cultural roots, like lanterns or carved panels. For modern sailors, this flexibility is a huge draw. You can outfit the interior for weekend trips, long-term cruising, or even living aboard full-time. It's not about luxury in the way we think of super yachts. It's about creating a functional, welcoming space that feels like a home on the water.
Let's shift gears to performance aspects, because the classic junk boat isn't just a pretty face, it's built to sail, and it does so with surprising finesse.
The junk rig is the star of the show here, offering performance that's both forgiving and efficient. The fully battened sails provide excellent control, allowing you to adjust the sail area quickly by raising or lowering battens. This makes reefing a breeze. Unlike a Bermuda rig, where you might need to head into the wind to reduce sail, a junk rig lets you reef on any point of sail. This is a massive advantage in rough weather, as you can dial back the sail area without wrestling with the boat. The battens also keep the sail's shape consistent, reducing flapping and improving efficiency, especially on downwind or broad reach courses.
Speaking of points of sale, the junk rig shines when running or reaching. The battens prevent the sail from collapsing, a common issue with Bermuda rigs that can stall downwind without a spinnaker.
In fact, junk sails are often faster than Bermuda rigs in these conditions because they maintain their shape and don't require extra gear like whisker poles. However, the junk rig's windward performance has historically been a point of contention. Early designs didn't point as high, sail close to the wind, as modern rigs, but recent innovations, like cambered battens and split junk designs, have closed the gap. For example, a split junk rig with mini jibs forward of the mast can improve upwind performance while keeping the rig easy to handle.
The flat-bottomed hull and large rudder contribute to the junk boat's performance in unique ways.
The flat bottom allows for excellent maneuverability in shallow waters, making it ideal for coastal cruising or river navigation.
The rudder, often oversized compared to modern boats, acts like a keel, providing stability and control. This design makes junks incredibly agile. They can turn on a dime, which is great for dodging obstacles or navigating crowded harbors.
However, the lack of a deep keel means junks can slip sideways in strong crosswinds, so some designs incorporate daggerboards or leeboards to counter this. In terms of speed, junks aren't built for racing, but they're no slouches. A well-designed junk boat can cruise at 6 to 8 knots, depending on size and conditions, with larger ocean-going models capable of covering vast distances thanks to their sturdy build and efficient sail plan. One performance aspect that sets junk boats apart is their ease of handling. The unstayed masts and simple rigging mean less physical effort and fewer things to go wrong. You don't need winches or complex hardware, which reduces maintenance and costs. This simplicity was a lifesaver for historical sailors and remains a draw for modern cruisers who want to focus on the journey, not the gear. The junk boat's performance is less about raw speed and more about reliability, adaptability, and ease, qualities that make it a favorite for long-distance voyaging or laid-back coastal trips.
Finally, let's dive into the unique selling points of the classic junk boat, because this vessel has a charm and practicality that's hard to find elsewhere. First and foremost, the junk boat's historical and cultural significance is a massive draw. Owning or sailing one is like owning a piece of maritime history, connecting you to centuries of Chinese seafaring tradition. From the Song dynasty's trade routes to the Mongol invasions of Japan, junks have played a starring role in some of history's most epic maritime tales. For sailors who love storytelling or heritage, this alone makes the junk boat irresistible. It's not just a boat. It's a conversation starter, a floating museum, and a testament to human ingenuity. Another unique selling point is the junk rig's simplicity and safety.
The ability to reef quickly and easily, even in a storm, gives sailors peace of mind that's hard to match. The unstayed masts reduce rigging failures, and the battened sails are less likely to tear or flog in high winds. This makes the junk boat an excellent choice for solo sailors, families, or anyone who wants to sail without constant stress. The rig's low center of effort also means less heeling, tilting, so the boat feels more stable, even in choppy seas. It's a design that prioritizes comfort and safety without sacrificing performance.
The junk boat's versatility is another big selling point. Whether you're cruising rivers, exploring coastal waters, or embarking on a transoceanic adventure, the junk boat can handle it all.
Its flat-bottomed hull lets you access shallow areas that other boats can't, opening up a world of hidden coves and remote waterways. The compartmentalized interior makes it ideal for living aboard, whether for a weekend or a year. You can customize it for fishing, cruising, or even chartering, making it a boat that grows with your needs. This adaptability is why junks have been used for everything from trade to piracy to leisurely sails over the centuries. Cost effectiveness is another huge advantage. Junk boats are relatively inexpensive to build and maintain compared to modern yachts.
The simple rig requires less hardware, and the flat-bottomed hull is easier to construct than a complex keeled design.
Repairs are straightforward, especially since many junks use readily available materials like wood or bamboo. For modern sailors, this translates to lower upfront costs and less money spent on upkeep, leaving more in the budget for exploring the world. Plus, the junk boat's durability, thanks to those watertight bulkheads, means it can withstand rough conditions and last for generations with proper care. The aesthetic appeal of the junk boat is a unique selling point that can't be overstated.
There's something undeniably romantic about those fan-like sails and carved wooden hulls gliding across the water.
Whether you're drawn to the traditional look with its vibrant colors and cultural motifs or a modern take with sleek lines and contemporary materials, the junk boat delivers a visual impact that's unmatched. It's a boat that feels alive, with a personality that reflects both its heritage and the adventures it's ready to embark on. For sailors who want to stand out, the junk boat is a bold, beautiful choice.
To wrap things up, the classic junk boat is a remarkable blend of history, practicality, and charm. Its key features, like the fully battened sails, flat-bottomed hull, and watertight bulkheads, make it a versatile and resilient vessel. The design, with its iconic silhouette and cultural touches, is as functional as it is visually stunning.
The interior, though simple, offers flexibility and warmth, perfect for life on the water. Performance-wise, the junk boat excels in ease of handling and adaptability, making it a dream for cruisers who value simplicity and reliability. And those unique selling points, heritage, safety, versatility, cost-effectiveness, and sheer aesthetic appeal, set it apart in a world of cookie-cutter boats. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the classic junk boat here on Sir Boat's Yacht. If you're as fascinated by this vessel as I am, let me know in the comments. Would you sail a junk boat, or do you have a favorite feature? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more reviews, tips, and adventures on the water. Until next time, fair winds and smooth seas.